So, I talked about why I made like two videos that are PvP related. Now, this is my third video in the world that it talks about something that's PvP related, which is gonna be me talking about two things. One is a reason why players accusing players of being scared because they decide to ignore them or just say no, and for basically just sending them invites just so they can basically just to like I don't know like post them onto YouTube without their consent. And And you already know what I'm going to be explaining in this video, because this is my third video in a row that talks about PvP, and my first video where I explained why I talked about why am I will be quitting PvP matches soon. The second video is of me talking about why PvP matches are toxic. And now this is my third video in a row going on to the PvP topic. So let's go on to the first topic, and then after that we'll go on to the second topic. So the first topic is why some players or some players have the audacity to call some other players scared because they decide to ignore or basically decline on a rematch or basically doing something that's PvP related. Now, if you don't know me, PvP matches are just so toxic to the brim because people will comment here, they basically will do anything just to get your attention. Because trash talkers are nothing more than people are just trying to get your attention and time wasters, which I could make a separate video oh oh about why trash talkers are nothing more than time wasters. It makes a lot of sense. So imagine if a player is joined to a multi-lobby, and then they fight against a player who is secretly challenging them randomly for no reason, and you click no. And then they decide to message you, and then they message that player, and they say that why you don't accept my challenge? And they will be saying like, "Listen, I don't want to fight you. I just want to become. I just want to become chill. I just want to do parallel quests. I want to do any major stuff. Just leave me alone." And that's what the other players just say. But the player will have the audacity to mock and start saying, "Oh, you're too scared. You're too scared to fight me because you're too trash in the game." Like, come on. Let me go say this. Why would you go after a player who simply, I don't know, basically go after a player because they do not want to do anything that's PvP related? Especially to the ones who don't do PvP matches, but rather do parallel quests and basically play a 0 vs 2 for the first time. They don't know what those other players are. And obviously, it makes a lot of sense how why players are doing that. And you know what they do? They do that for attention. They do that for attention for the views. And I'm not talking about attention, but attention as an attention seeking. Like, basically, imagine if you accuse a player that accuse the player that they're scared because they do not want to fight you, when they're actually just trying to just decline on a match because they do not want to do anything that's PvP related because they quit it doing because they don't do that kind of stuff anymore, and you still encouraging them or what should I say, pressuring them to do matches. And I mean, it goes to every single player out there who do that kind of shit. I mean, some of the players don't do that, do the exact same. And that's exactly why for myself, that as for myself, I'm pretty much quitting PvP matches pretty much soon, which I don't blame myself because I've been doing PvP matches for 7 years, and I've been playing this game for 9 years. I mean, clearly that much because it's pretty much complicated how I've been doing how many years I've been doing PvP matches rather than how many years I've been playing this game. But that's not even the worst part. The people who are accusing people so the players who are accusing other players that who are scared or who are basically just like I don't know basically want to become chill, or they don't do pair or don't do 1v1 matches or PvP or basically other stuff like that. There are some people out there is take this. Some players can have the audacity if a player leaves a match or if they leave a match just like a millisecond or one fraction of a second and then leave for like a fraction of a second. The, some players can have the audacity to search up their profile, search up their username, type it up, and send the invite plus the invite button and join them back. Now, that is not really majorly common that's happening in Xenoverse. Now, take for me, for example, for example, I was doing to do I was do I was but I just got a back I just got the PS Plus Premium because, like I said, the PS Plus Premium is what is kind of been one of the best options for the PS Plus because as much who has I may be such like a PlayStation fan who is not a fan of PlayStation's questionable changes over the years, it's still the best option. And yes, I still play the extra, which is that's obviously I'm still doing. I was about to join a 2v2 match, which, like I said, it, randomly. Until I finally get two players who I will not be mentioning their names here because I do not want to put any drama or put any amount of drama or any drama in this video. But these players and what I can describe, they both play with their male margins, and oh my god, and it was the worst 2v2 match ever. That I only did one match and I left. I know it's not majorly that common because for myself to do like other matches for like other stuff or kind of other stuff like that because it makes a lot of sense after that. But after I left the match, I did not want to expect them to invite me back until until they start inviting me again. You know what I do when and you already know that I do not want to join one of their lobbies or the match again because usually there's a thing I do. I'll just delete the invitations on PS4 or PS5 and just delete them. Like I said, I'm not going to show to mention their names here in this channel because I do not want this to be personal or basically a, to cause drama. But you're going to actually can tell, oh, that this is just a prime example. And my little example is not the only example of that. There are a lot of examples of players inviting players who quit after a match, invite them up, and just for them, or in some cases, they just want to like upload a video on them on those so-called GFG videos, which is one of the ones that I despise the most. These videos are the worst videos I ever see on YouTube. Now, I don't care if they're basically like what makes the universe too popular, but they're making it very, but it pushes the popularity the wrong way that I can't even describe it. But that's all I gotta say. But like I said before, this is my third video in a row that I talk about something that is PvP related. Now, like I said, I would love to make a separate video about why trash talkers are nothing more than nothing more than time wasters, and how it be. And I will explain why they are time wasters, but that's just a separate video for another time. But as always, that's gonna be it for this video. If you guys like this video, please give it a like and subscribe. Don't forget to follow me on Twitter, formerly known as X. As always, I'll see you guys next time. Peace.